Hello guys, welcome to our next video. In this video, we are going to cover how you can add styles, basically the styling the CSS, basically to your React components. We will go to our app.js component and in fact, yeah. So now what we can do is let's say we will create a new app.css file and we will simply write the CSS that we usually write in our normal CSS rules that we write. So I am saying that I want green color for a span tag. In our app.js, we have this span tag. Now let's see. For now, there should not be any change. Let me close this debugger and reload it. So this is in span tag. The color is not changed because we have not imported the CSS file. How you have to import it? You have to write it. The imported in dot using dot slash if it is in the same directory. If it is in another directory, you will use the relative path dot slash, thing like that. We will cover that later on in some another video if you are not sure about what relative paths are. So for now, you see that this color has changed to green, and similarly, you can change the background color to red. So that's pretty ugly looking span tag, but that is fine. That serves our purpose. That's how you can add the CSS, but that's not the best way to add a CSS in React. So now let's create another tag. Let's say we can create bold tag. I am bold tag, and we should see this. It's coming over here, right over here, and we can create a new line like this, and and so it will go in the next line, and I'm bold text. So I want to add a style to this text, but I want to use classes. Okay, so for example, I will create like I want to create this bold for class, or you can say bold class. Yeah, my class, you can call it let's just call it my class, and I will make its color to be, I want its color to be blue. And how am I going to apply to this bold tag? If you remember, you will say right class is equal to my class, the class name. But in React, as I have mentioned earlier as well, class is not used. We write class name. Okay, so now you see it has turned to blue. I am bold tag. Okay, so that's how you add classes, and it has my I am bold tag. Now one more thing that I want to add. You have seen that we can create a constant. My class dot, and let's just call it my class. And if you want to put this variable inside this class name, what you will do is you will make use of these brackets, and now you will write my class bar. Now this value is coming over here. You see, it's like still bold. And similarly, if you want to remove it, and you can write my class, it's same. Okay, so you don't worry that the single quotes or double quotes, they are automatically converting it to double quote. They are same. The single quote is equal to double quote in React. They both are same. Now you see my this is still blue. If I reload, and this curly brackets are now redundant. Redundant, by redundant I mean they are not necessary. If you put them or don't put them, it doesn't matter because it's a string. It doesn't matter. It's still same part. If you want to use this variable like my class var, you cannot make this mistake. You see this is this red error. You have, because you do not write these brackets. You have to write these curly brackets if you want to use some variable or some JavaScript logic. So I hope this is clear. Why do we have brackets over here? This is how you add classes. You added that my class, and the style was defined over here. But I want to now I want to do one more thing. I want to change the font size, but I can do obviously I can do it over here. Like for example, let's say let's just do it from here. Here only font size, and I will do 26 pixels. And now you see I am bold tag, it's now much larger as well. Okay, now let me remove that. I have committed it and it's now smaller. Now what I want is I want to change the styling using inline styling. Okay. So now you remember, if you remember from HTML, you can just use the HTML tag is equal to, and then in string your styles and strings. But in React, that's not the case. So if I select it, it has entered equal to, and it has entered curly brackets. Now in React, what happens is this style expects styles in double brackets. Okay, we will add a new bracket. We will see why there are two brackets, but we will start giving them styles over here now. Okay, so for example, I can let me do one more thing. Let me remove this class, and I want to let me just show you that this class is removed. And this is back. Now let me write the style again. And now I want to change the color from here, and I will write it color to be blue. I will write it. Let's make it pink. So now the color is pink. I hope that it is visible. We can try purple. So there is a little bit difference over here. Yeah, it's better. That I am using strings. The values in strings. In normal CSS, they are not in strings. But when we write here, we put strings. Okay. And then we put a comma, and we can have to put a comma to write another style. So for example, now we want to give font size. So now we will do, you see over here, it has the font size value available, but it is now in camel case. There is no dash over here. It's in camel case. Now you will put again this bracket, and you will say whatever 26 pixel, and there will be in strings as well. It can be single string or double string. Okay. Now another property, you can so on and so forth. The background color, all of these properties are in. You can see all of these properties are now in camel case. There is no dash over here, and they are in. All of them are in string value. Okay, so that's about the bold tag, and let's create another bold tag. And I am a second bold tag, so it will be again it's coming over, and second, let's just call it a page. I'm a new p tag. Okay, it's coming in the new line. I'm a new p tag. Now what I want is now what I want to show is that style. Now you will see why there are two brackets. So I will do style is equal to, I will not use two brackets. Instead, what I will do is I will copy this value, and leaving just with just one bracket. Okay, and I will do my style is equal to, and I will paste it. I have created this object, because at the end of the day, it's just a plain JavaScript object. Okay, if you see it, it's a key value pair. Now what I will do is I will pass it over here. I will do my style. Now you will see these styles will also be applied to this tag, p tag. Okay, so it's purple and it's and all that. These styles are applied. So how? So let me just, for the sake of, let me make it be bold tag as well. So for consistency, so I'm another paragraph. So why didn't it apply this? Style is equal to my style, and I am a new p tag. I'm a new p tag. So I am so sorry. This is in the same line. That's why I wasn't able to. Yeah. So let's if we want to break it, we can use a. We want to put a new line. We can use break. So they both have same styles over here. So the only difference is that we use the inline styling, and in here we use the variable. And so basically what happens over here is style takes an object. So we are passing an object, and these So the object already has this bracket, and this bracket, the bracket over here is basically when you want to write some JavaScript or some logic. So since when we used a class name, so that we had a class name over here, I can add the class name to this, to like my class bar. So yeah. So that's why these brackets are required when you want to use a variable. So here as well, this is required when you want to add a variable, and this variable has to be an object. So that's why there are usually two brackets when you use this styling. So that's pretty much it. So in short, don't confuse. Just remember that whenever there is any style, you will use two brackets, and you will use it so much that it will become your habit. You don't have to worry about it. Inline styling is covered. Everything is camel case and stringified. Yeah. So you see these values are stringified already always, and everything is camel case, background color, font size, and everything. And every other property that you had in CSS, there will be no dash. They will be in camel case format. So I guess that's it. That's about it for this video. It was not that much longer, and it was just to give you a know-how what's new, what's different in React compared with normal HTML, CSS. So now, and that was very pretty important information that you need to know to get started with React. So now that's it. That's about it. So see you in the next video, and don't forget to join our community. The link will be in the description where you can learn together with the like-minded people and ask your doubts. And the community will be active. We'll be happy to help you out. And similarly, I will be there as well. And yeah, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe our channel, and comment on this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.